Welcome to the 2012 plays that we gleaned from Prep Bowl of last November. We have some interesting things for you to look at. Hopefully it'll be a learning experience for everyone. And remember, most importantly, we in no way intend to embarrass any officials. It's strictly a learning experience, and what they did is what we can learn from, either positively or maybe something that they did that we can learn from a negative standpoint. But in any case, it's fun to put this together, and hopefully it'll be a learning experience for all of you. I'm Bob Meslow, the state coordinator for the Minnesota State High School League regarding football officiating, and once again I will serve as your narrator for the DVD. The DVD was put together by Mark Hegestad, who has served us so well over the years in his technological expertise. Mark is a veteran high school official who has worked several Prep Bowl games himself and is also a white hat in the MIAC all fall. Our first 3 or 4 plays are from the 9-man game. In this one, it's a deep pass, and you will see a tremendous hit by number 4 on the blue team. We're going to look at it a couple of different times. First reaction is, wow, did he use his helmet? Defender comes in and makes a clean hit. Not only is it a great play by the defender, but some excellent coaching from his school's coaching staff, making sure that the head was not a part of the play, which is our huge point of emphasis this year. Next play is a very difficult call, catch or no catch, and who had the best look at it. Check the wing official on the far side of the field. He may have drifted a little too far down on the play and didn't have the look at it that he could have, although with the umpire turning, he probably had the best look at it. It's a tough call. The ruling was completion. When I first saw the rough draft of this play, my initial thought was, what in the world are the wing officials doing that far out on the field? I thought we changed this years ago. And then the bright light went on and I realized it's the 9-man game where we play it on a narrower field. Just one of those things about being a full-blood Norwegian that places you at a disadvantage. Very good defensive pass interference call. We'll see it a couple of times. Back judge was in perfect position to see it. The referee did a good job of clearing himself to announce the penalty and give the signal, but referees, when you're in this mode, don't walk. Hustle. Jog to that position, clear yourself, and give your signal. Another tough call, but once again, positioning was excellent, and I believe their judgment was also excellent. White possessed it first, and then blue came in with his arms and was hoping for a joint possession situation, but I think it was clearly White's ball initially. Now we're back to seeing 11 players on the field for both teams, and our first play is a look for a pass interference call in the end zone, and it was nice that the receiver was able to help both officials on the play. Good call.
But it's so tough to defend a pass like that when you've been getting pounded
Pass
on in the running game.
Defense, half the distance to go, automatic, first down.
We have a definite personal foul here on the defense. One of the questions is who threw the flag on the play? And it appeared as if it came from the line judge rather than the referee. The line judge was hustling in to clean up after the play, and he saw it. I don't know if the referee's attention was diverted elsewhere, but as we see him give the signal, his flag is still in his belt area. Anyway, it was a good call. Very good judgment on the part of the line judge. The player was clearly wrapped up at the half-yard line and thrown back into the end zone. When in doubt, call him out of the end zone. And that's what he did. Here you can see he was caught, he was wrapped up in the field of play and pushed back into the end zone. No safety. Scrimmage kick, fair catch, not caught, player making the fair catch, blocks. We have a flag on the play by a very alert official, knowing the rule that you cannot block once you've given a fair catch signal, correctly enforced by the crew. Nice job. A long, very beautifully executed touchdown pass. Watch 84 when he gets to the 6-yard line. There goes that finger up in the air. We're going to talk about that situation a little later and make some judgment calls on whether or not that should have been flagged as an unsportsmanlike conduct situation. This is one where you make the call. Block in the back, or did he get initial contact in front and then the player turned on him? It's a tough call. The ruling was there was not a foul on the play. Another one of those tough judgment calls where the importance is the mechanics on the play. Were the officials in position to make the correct judgment on the call? They were, and they ruled that the initial contact was in front of the player. We're going to show you 3 or 4 pictures of a team that uses a highly unusual formation. In this one, it's our feeling that they have 5 men in the backfield and only 6 on the line. The question being, when do you flag? And with the score 42-0, as you can see, do you do some preventative officiating on the sideline and tell the coach, hey, you've got to get some more people up on the line of scrimmage, at least one more, to make our job easier. I think that might be the best way to handle this situation in light of the score of the game. Once again, in this unusual formation, we have 5 men in the backfield at the snap. We'll show this one more time. Even though the score is 54-0, I think the team either approached or exceeded the all-time record. This time they have 7 players in the offensive backfield. 7. Correct judgment call by the referee in what is often one of the most difficult calls a referee has to make, but I believe that initial judgment, you can make this call easier by going with direction the ball came out. If it's forward, then I'd rule that his arm was going forward. If it's backward, then it's a fumble. Here it's clearly backward, and away we go. Good call by the referee. Out came the bean bag, and all the mechanics were proper. Check the position by the linesman. He's right there, stops the clock, rules he's out of bounds, and gives a correct spot on progress.
Actually,
Four goes into the end zone. As he's getting up, he twists the ball in a fashion that, was he drawing attention to himself? Was he attempting to mock the opponent by saying, I scored a touchdown, too bad? Let's think about it and talk about it a little more. Let's talk about these two plays and whether or not they were both unsportsmanlike conduct fouls. By the letter of the rule, they were, and they should have been flagged. By the rule of reason, no. It depends on the situation in the game at the time, whether you're going to flag these kinds of fouls or not. If there's open animosity between the two teams, and this would build on that animosity, yes, flag it. In both of these instances, both teams were behaving beautifully. It would have been easy for the covering official to just go to the players that did the alleged offense and say, hey guys, you know, you're not supposed to behave that way. I'm not going to call it a foul at this point, but please use good judgment the next time you score a touchdown. Thanks and have a good game. Absolute textbook mechanics by the line judge. We can all learn as wing officials. He's off the sideline, comes back in, sells the call, has perfect position, and does a good job of showing that clearly the player was in the end zone. Nice job. This play falls into the category of when you think you've seen it all, you haven't. So, as the ball was snapped, a Team B player was coming off the field. He was within about 5 yards of the sideline, directly in front of the line judge. Didn't make it off. He was the 12th player on the field. The line judge threw a flag for illegal substitution, and in this situation he had no choice but to throw that. The crew conferred, made their decision, and we will hear the announcement from the referee on the enforcement of this situation.
Obviously, I think it was number 46 who was running.
We have 2 fouls on the play. Illegal substitution, 12 players on the field for the defense. We have illegally kicking the ball for kicking the ball out of the end zone on the offense. We will replay the down, 4th down.
So there you go.
As you heard in the announcement, they ruled illegal substitution and illegal kicking of the ball. There's no such thing as illegal kicking of the ball unless the ball is on the ground when you kick it. The kicker picked it up, possessed it, and then turned and kicked it out of the end zone. A legal play. Nothing in the rule book says that when you're kicking the ball, you have to kick it forward. You can kick it sideways or backward, which he did. Correct ruling or correct enforcement on the play would have been a 5-yard penalty for illegal substitution against the defensive team, no penalty against the offense, no safety awarded on the play, impose the 5-yard penalty and replay the down. This concludes the 2012 Prep Bowl video. Hope you've enjoyed watching it and certainly hope that it has been a meaningful learning experience for all of us who have watched it. Thanks again.